Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Sun Devils' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these. This is David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that 1st down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The Sun Devils offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
He's going to take a shot right away. And he intercepts it. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Offense gets set for second down. Running back searching for a hole. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on third down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for them.
They're bringing heat. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This offense has a second down play. Wants to throw. It's Alvarado. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying play action. And the pass is intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got the quick pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Leaves it with the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Caught near the sticks. It's Peppers. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half, but you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're trying to get to it. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Now on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's right on target. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air. It's Alvarado. Wide open downfield. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Peppers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous.
He's got it on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Irish. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Alvarado. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Makes the catch. It's Peppers. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Unloads to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Hard-hitting tackle. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. He'll keep it himself. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
On third down, he drops the throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's got 50 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. They'll go right back to it. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Throws to the back. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, it's blocked. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're working that left side.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Finds a man on the left. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the point after is good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Out of the end zone. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Yates. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Trying to find his man on first down. It's complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down. Already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feed.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. These two defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these two secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Let's go. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive.
Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sun Devils! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking downfield, it's Alvarado. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Secures it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
He's going to let it go. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Toledo is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He rifles one deep to the left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on the offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
It's caught downfield. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the stomping has commenced. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Dances away from one. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Looking to throw, it's Alvarado. Got him downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Sun Devils are on the move. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
He's going to pass on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Dropping back, it's Alvarado. Keeps looking downfield. Push down for the tackle. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. And this one splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Time to take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 34 over the Royals. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Power football with the run. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. That's caught. It's Peppers. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now from the 40, it's first and 10.
4-2 Spider.
He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Going up top on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Right down the middle. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
He's loose at the 15. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Sun Devils have it with a first and 10.
Lasso.
He's going to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal.
Touchdown, Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to savor.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. To the air, it's McKenzie. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. The expressway is wide open. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Really nice job working the crossing route there, and I love the separation at the top of the route. He put his foot in the ground, he used his speed, and that allowed him to make the catch and get a few more yards after the play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The offense set for a first down play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Sure hands, it's Peppers. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Fires to the middle, and it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Let's go!
Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Trips left, one wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense.
He's got it down the left. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Come on, set.
To the air on first down. Coming after it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season.